In this video, we're going to take a look at the build and install of some rock sliders made by my buddies out at Force Form.
A bad day.
Yeah! Hey, my name's Drew and this is Evergreen Overland. On this channel we do reviews on camping and overland gear, showcase off-road vehicle modifications, hone our backwoods cooking techniques, and discuss different topics about exploring the outdoors in and around Washington State. Today we're going to see the process we went through to get this truck some much needed armor. When I was prioritizing the truck mods I wanted to knock out first, rock sliders were on the top of that list. I knew that with the long wheelbase of the Tundra I would need some good breakover angle protection before hitting the trails, so I enlisted the help of my buddy who runs Force Form Fabrication, and we got to work.
You gotta... That moved quite a bit.
Yeah? Let's think this puppy out.
That's not good. What that means.
Nope.
I have to do one of my dimensions back. Good thing I kept the big well. Alright. Time for the shooter to break out of here. Jiggle it just a little bit. Well, it's so you can change it because there's spring back involved too, and that's why it says 49 degrees. It's accounting for 4 degrees of spring back based on calibration with that 90. And the slides.
Oh.
It should be going through. It's aluminum. So it should be feeding through, but I just need that tip to drop.
Oh, you dropped.
Sweet. Oh, that was perfect. Let's see what ends up as 47. Go ahead and feed that sucker through. Alright, come back.
Went all the way back. You get.
You stupid machine. This is where hydraulic stuff comes to die. My garage stopped working. Well, I backed it up a little bit. Oh. Gonna hope to get a run at it.
I'm not trying to be a Mr. Know-it-all over here. Just like,
No, somebody's got to know something. No, this one can stay in because it's got to stop, spring back.
Oh.
That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. You make sure to get a running start on it. We'll get there.
Oh yeah.
We got there 3 times. We're not gonna...
Start mark on it. You just
Alright guys, so I have the rock sliders back at my place. Went and picked them up yesterday from my buddy JB, who's starting Forced Form Fabrication. They look freaking awesome. I'm super excited about them. Probably his first time doing a pair of sliders. They turned out just phenomenal. I'm super excited about it. Not sure down the line, I might end up putting some plate across the top of it, maybe with my logo in it. I'm basically now going to focus on getting it kind of prepped up for truck bed liner that I'm going to be putting on it, kind of go through that whole process. I'm trying to get them all painted and buttoned up in about 3 days by this weekend so that I can bring them back over and we can get them welded on the truck. So this is the last weekend we have before JB has to head down to Easter Jeep Safari, which is super cool for him, but I want to make sure we get these done. So as with most things that I'm going to put up on YouTube, they're really not designed to be tutorials. Maybe a little bit of confidence building in your own skills, more so showing you kind of how I did it, I guess. I was originally going to do a powder coat on these, kind of like I did my aluminum rims. I basically came to the realization that, you know, I want to be able to touch it up a little bit more myself. I think they quoted me probably somewhere around $200 to powder coat these. So save the $200, put it towards something else that might be able to go a little bit farther in the grand scheme of things. Well, I painted my last truck. I still have spray guns and the compressor that I haven't used in a while, and sandpaper and materials and all that kind of stuff everywhere. So I was like, okay, I'm going to buy some paint and paint it. And I actually went and bought the paint, and just in doing more and more thinking on kind of not so much the underside of it getting scraped up on rocks and in the trails and everything like that, but the fact that I'm going to be using these rock sliders, you know, as steps to access the roof rack, the latches for unlocking and locking up the habitat. I just decided, you know, automotive paint, the paint that I bought, just probably wasn't going to be resilient enough. And actually, after doing some research, I found that people are saying Raptor Liner by, I think it's U-Pole. The Raptor Liner is what I'm going to use. So I found a lot of people saying that it's a little bit harder than some of like the Line X or the truck bed liner that you'd see in a can. It can be laid out smooth. So the one thing I didn't want is kind of like a rubberized liner. We're yet to see if this is the case, but everything that I'm hearing online, it's not really a rubberized type of liner, and it finishes pretty smooth. Hopefully that'll work out. You definitely have to lay down some sort of primer. Either way, you're going to want to coat the metal and seal it with something. The kit I got is designed to do the largest truck bed size that you can have. Comes with like 4, I don't know if they're quartz or what they are, and a catalyst, a hardening catalyst, and then a spray gun, and it's supposed to be super easy to do. So I'm going to go through a little bit of a cleaning process with probably some glass cleaner, mineral spirits, or just a general oil and grease remover. If I have some, I'll probably hit it with some isopropyl alcohol as well. Sand it all down so that I get a really good adhesion with the epoxy primer. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Got it all cleaned off as much as I really can. Gonna go ahead and sand, as well as one of the Scotch-Brite pads. Alright, got a pretty good amount done. Yeah, so I feel pretty good. It's after 9 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow is again the only day that's not supposed to rain. So I'll get home and set up a tent, hang these up, and spray them down. Here goes nothing. All right. First coat turned out pretty good. I'm definitely racing the clock on the sun going down before I get this finished. but whatever. I guess I'll light it up with my camera lights or something. So this stuff is pretty dang forgiving, actually. All right, second coat. I'm about to spray my first coat of the Raptor Liner. I'm only going to do 2 coats. Got a 60-minute flash off time between them, so I will definitely be shooting the second coat in the dark. But I've got my lights out there. It's not going to be the best camera footage. Kind of is what it is. Hopefully it goes well. Alright, so I sprayed the first coat of Raptor Liner, and I think I went a little thicker than it typically tells you to, but whatever. 1 jug of the stuff did basically both of them. Pretty good coverage. So the second one should do pretty well to cover it all the way. There's definitely some light spots, mostly on the first one because I was going a little more sparse on this one just because I didn't know how much it was going to cover. So I'll start on this one again when I start up here for the second coat. Overall, I like the way it came out. I sprayed it, like I think I said earlier, I sprayed it at 40 psi at the gun inlet. Sprayed pretty close, probably 5 to 6 inches on average away. Stylish headlamp on. Looking good. Well, that's the end of a long and fairly sweaty night. Just gonna kind of get cleaned up here and take a final look at it. But yeah, I'll show it to you guys in the morning.
You have a fire extinguisher? Yeah. Yeah, my coworker was talking about, he drives a Jeep, and he goes, if you didn't break something, you weren't wheeling hard enough. And I said, or you drive a Toyota. You probably already, hey, you probably know this, but I'm just welding like mostly on the plate and melting into the frame, you know? That's my welder tip of the day.
Lift with your knees.
Balls.
With your balls. Blow it in my face. So
I'm adding some mysterious effects to your video.
I like it. So are you finito? Well, Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the process of building, painting, and mounting the sliders up to the Tundra. Since installing them, I had the opportunity to get out on a trip to Bunny Rocks in the Natchez Wilderness. Dropping down from a rock directly onto the center of the rock sliders, they handled the load flawlessly. The Raptor Liner coating that I used, sprayed out of the undercoating gun that it comes with, came out a little bit more textured than I was anticipating, but it's given it a really good grip for standing on, as well as a really good durable finish so far. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like it, please hit subscribe and click that like button. You can also follow me over on Instagram at Evergreen Overland, or learn more about us at evergreenoverland.com. Thanks for watching.